What up, YouTube? It's Misery Hates Company, and today we're looking at a game called Awaken Chaos Era, or ACE for short, and we are playing it on none other than our LDPlayer, which can do all kinds of fun things, like give you the maximum frame rate that your monitor can allow. So right now I'm actually playing on 144, which is phenomenal. I've played on a lot of different other emulators, and I haven't found one that does that. This is very impressive. Now this game, ACE, is actually, I was pretty skeptical at first. So when you first start the game, you go through like a tutorial like you would on any other game, but it's pretty long. And then like in the very beginning, it's like a story, and you feel very disconnected from it, even if you follow it pretty even if you follow it pretty well. It's actually pretty hard to follow. So I was very hesitant until I finally got to what we'll say is the normal gameplay. And then it makes a lot more sense when you get to click on things on your own. The interface or the UI is very user-friendly. However, like I said, getting to this point was very frustrating. So I think had I just given up on the game at the tutorial, I would have hated it. But it's actually very, very interesting, and there's a lot to unpack here. So just at face value, you get heroes. You start with a few. You start with like one, then you unlock one through the story, and then so on and so forth. I think like these three, and then this bottom one you get from the story. I summoned. This was from a free quest that they just gave out to me just now, and then this one was a free summon that I did just to play around a little bit. So you can see that there's fire, water, and what they call wood, this leaf. So fire beats wood, wood beats water, water beats fire, and then there's apparently also like light and dark elements that counteract each other, which makes sense, and it's consistent across other games that have a similar elemental bias, if you will. So the artwork is phenomenal of these characters. I mean, it looks really, really good. So that was very impressive off the start. There's also a lot of detail in every character. So some characters have passives and then active abilities. You can upgrade them with this like cute little green cube that you unlock just for playing it. I have 20,000 just from playing the tutorial, which feels like a lot. I leveled her up to 5, level 5 out of 20, and the next level is only 128. So I feel like 20k will go a long way, unless of course towards the later end of 20 you get hit with some really expensive upgrades, but which is fine. You then have gear that you can upgrade, so you get a lot of gear just by, of course, playing the game. No purchases made on my part. You have glyphs, which I don't know yet. They look like gems or relics, if you will, that looks like you can give your character different boosts by unlocking, which is pretty cool. It looks like you can get crit damage, resistance, precision, agility, focus, crit rate, defense, attack, health, and speed, which is all pretty cool. You can look at their abilities and actually upgrade your abilities with these different gems, the water gem, and then the water crystal. So these are elemental stones because she is a water hero. So these are different abilities that you can upgrade, which is really cool. You'll notice that she is a epic 2-star. So you have different rarities for all of your heroes. Let's see. So this is a elite hero, blue, also 2-star. This is different rarities and the different gem or different star level in terms of their power, which is pretty cool. I like that. Again, the artwork for these characters is truly phenomenal. I'm a big fan of that already. If you want to get into the lore, they have that as well, which is cool. I mean, there's a lot in that. That's pretty awesome. I don't get into any of that. It does look like you can then ascend them to make them even stronger. I don't know what that does in terms of their max level, but it looks like you start at Ascended 1, and then you can ascend them up to the next one. You need the Ascended materials, which I can't do right now. Oh, I guess you're not Ascended 1. So, yeah, I need materials. So you can get identical heroes to use them as fodder, or the Ascension Scrolls, which makes sense. So looks like there's a way to do it if you get really unlucky, or I assume these Ascension Scrolls are like a pay-to-play type way. Which is fine. It's like a pay to rush, which is a very good way of a mobile game to add monetization, is to make it pay to rush, not pay to win. Nobody likes pay to win games because they die very, very quickly, as nobody likes to just get roll over. If I spend, hours and days in this game, I should be able to keep up with someone who has played for less time but spent a lot of money. You know what I mean? At least that's my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. All in all, though, this game is really cool. A lot of different layers, like per character, and it looks like you get a lot of different heroes. Like I said, I mean, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 already. 6 heroes, yep, without even really playing. So just for kicks and giggles, let's go ahead and summon. And this is an event, I guess, they have going on. So if you clear 2-8, which is of course, on the map, you start at 1-1 and work your way up. And then from there, it looks like at 2-8, you get to summon a free legendary hero, which is pretty cool. I don't know what... you can perform 5 summons and get 5 heroes from each. You can select one group of heroes from 5 summons. You can only make one selection. Okay, cool. You can do an advanced summon, which you get a few of these just for playing the game. Looks like you might be able to use this in-game currency, which is the diamonds, and then a normal summon. I don't have any normal summons, but I have advanced summons. I have 2 of those. Let's go ahead and see what we get here. See what the dragon gives us. I don't know if that lightning is good, bad, or indifferent. Could be regular, could be rare. All right, so we got a 2-star elite, so not great is what I haven't seen anything lower than elite, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say that might be one of the worst ones. So that's fine. Let's go ahead and do it again, see if we get anything better. I'm trying to pay attention to the colors, because usually in these types of games where you summon things, the different colors of the lightning represent the rarity in which you're getting. So, all right, we got another elite 2-star, both water. Guess we're going to be on a water build. So very cool. Okay. So we got 2 stars out of 6 stars. It does show you the chance to get a legendary hero from the next summon is 1% plus 0. I would assume that goes up incrementally. Let's look at this. So it shows you the elite, epic, and legendary. So elite is the lowest. Look at all these different heroes. It's actually a lot. That's cool. I like that. A variety of heroes. It's good and bad. So it gives you a variety. It means it gives you a uniqueness to your character. However, from a PvP aspect, I can only assume that would make it very difficult to balance with so many different characters. But, you know, we'll have to take a look at that. Oh wait, what was at the top? So if you have not obtained a legendary hero after 90 consecutive summons, then the rate increases by 1% for every subsequent summon. Once you obtain a legendary hero, the rate drops to the initial value. You are guaranteed to get a legendary hero every 100 advanced summons. Okay, so that's actually really cool. I like that. So it's a failsafe that if you just get incredibly unlucky with RNG, you are guaranteed a legendary hero. That's going to keep people playing this game. That's really cool. That's a good, I like that a lot. I play some other games that I really wish had that, but that's a story for a different time. So what else we have? So I am at level 3. I've played through, like I said, just enough of the arena, the adventure, if you will, to get to do my own thing. You can get a guild at a certain point at 2-2, which feels pretty close. You can unlock quests, which is at 1-8, which I'm like around the corner from, and index at 2-8 as well. You get a FOODY'S guide, just a fun little character that represents you as a new person and as a noob, if you will, and helps you recommend new things to you, which is pretty cool, actually. So it goes through stages. You can actually see I've already done different things to get a bunch of free stuff, which is awesome. And yeah, so it looks like you get something really cool. Ancient Summon Crystal. An ancient crystal contains the will of the whatever, which can be used to summon random epic or legendary heroes. That's really cool. So already it screams that this game gives you a lot of free stuff just for playing. And this is a free legendary hero. Wow. So you have to work through all of stage 1. Wow, it's a lot of quests though. Holy cow, what is that? Holy pumpkin. I mean, look at these. How many are there? Dang, 50. Clear chapter 10. Woo. Okay. I mean, so there's at least 10 chapters. I don't know how many levels are in each chapter, but that's a lot. It's a lot of content. And that's only in stage 1. It doesn't even show you stage 2. So that's a lot of PvE. And the reason I say that is because there is also an arena, which looks like you unlock at chapter 3-2. Then there's also a dungeon, which you unlock at 2-5. Already, this screams like a lot of farmable content, which is good. It's just really good for any game to have farmable content, both PvE and PvP. It does look like it's tailored more towards PvE, but there's one piece in particular that this game has that I think a lot of people are going to like. So if we go to the adventure, we go ahead and battle. Looks like we're going to fight a boss, which is pretty exciting. You do have food, which is energy used to complete adventures and can be replenished by using items. I don't like that though. So after you complete a battle, you get you use some of your energy. So there is basically a cap to how many things you can do in a day, and that I don't like in games. If people want to grind, let them grind. And I'm assuming you can add more. Yeah, you can do a daily limit of, wow, use diamonds, 120, use meal coupon. So I have 1 coupon. Looks like you can daily limit of 50 out of 50. Wow, so you can use diamonds to get 50 more. Okay, interesting. So let's see who we want to add here. So we have and then the colors represent their elements of fire, water, and wood. Do I want, ooh, it looks pretty cool. She's actually an epic, so I think I'll go with her. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, so then it looks like there's support heroes, which I don't have any yet. These are obviously heroes. So I'm assuming the support heroes, would they take away? I wonder if they would take away from your 4 slots that you can use. You can see your squad, presets. That's awesome for a game that has this many. You can see the enemies, so you can see the level they are. They're all 7s. I think I'm only like level 5, so that'll be interesting. Disconnected from server. All right. So all the enemies are level 7, which could be interesting. Should be fine, although she's a little low level, but that's fine. We'll see how she does. Then you get spells, which I thought was pretty cool. Damage all enemies. Damage scales with the summon of all team members. Attack. This attack cannot trigger any subsequent ability. Looks like a 5-second cooldown. Oops. Maybe that means a 5-turn cooldown, because this is a turn-based game. Let's go ahead and go into the gameplay. The actual gameplay, if you will. So it does have the auto ability. I'm gonna go ahead and skip that for right now so I can walk you through what it looks like. So you have 3 abilities and a passive. This is the spell, so if we want to go and use the spell, click on it, boom, just blew them up. And ooh, so it looks like it is 5 turns, but it does not take away from my turn on this character, which is cool. I like that. So this is like an ultimate, if you will, and then these are just 2 abilities. So we'll just go ahead and do this, beat him up a little bit, bop, he's dead. Moving on. So you can see at the top right, there's different waves. So wave 2 of 3, obviously the boss is probably in the last one. You can see the elemental differences. So the green means that I can do more damage to them. So again, I'm wood, that's a water element due to the colors. That's what I'm looking at. And then I do less damage to fire because they counter me. So I'm gonna go and use this guy's ultimate on this guy. Get a nice little cutscene, throw a big old boulder and crush him. Again, so elemental advantage. This is a passive. That's what this shape represents. So looks like, let's see what her ultimate looks like. Arcane Nova. Pretty cool. Again, the artwork of this game is beautiful and very, very attractive. This character is interesting. So sometimes she can attack more than once, but let's just go and use her ultimate. She throws some knives. Yeah, we blew them up. So now what I did not think about is what the cooldown is on those ultimates for the boss fight. Eek. Whoopsie. So again, I'm on turn 3, round 4 it looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my second ability, defense down. All right. So I like that it tells you what it is and has a little emblem, which is very new player friendly. So you can get used to what these buffs and debuffs mean. I don't know what that one is. All right, so let's do, her ultimate already came back, which is pretty cool. Must be a quick cooldown. Wow, it does a ton of damage. Maybe I should hit the boss with that. All right, so let's go ahead. She may hit someone else. I think that's what she has a chance of doing. Oh, well, Sword Master ×2. I think, oh, that must be one of her passives that I didn't read. Whoopsie. So this one gets a nice little shield. So we get a bubble shield for 1 turn. Cool. Do some damage to the boss a little bit here. Wow, geez, that's really cool. So she has 2 passives, it looks like. And yeah, she just always has her ultimate up. That seems a little broken, especially for, an epic. So it shows you who's attacking next. I like that a lot. So you can see my character went. Now I'm going to go again. Use my ultimate. It looks like my bear will go next. The guy in the front. Yeah, that's pretty wicked. Let me go ahead and use his ultimate again. Throw that boulder. Oh, so now it's on cooldown. Interesting. I feel like that was not on cooldown for a while. So the other thing I would mention is in this UI, you can, it looks like skip to a certain degree, which I don't know how that would work. You would unlock it at 2-5. You can see all the loot that you have up to this point. You can look at more information on the debuffs. Oh, there you go. +5 attack, max 5 stacks. That's cool. Okay, so she's buffing herself up, if you will. Plus 30% crit damage. Wow. And then this is poison. Deals damage based on max health at the end of the turn. Makes sense. This character will not be affected by control effects. I mean, it's a boss, so that makes a lot of sense as well. And then armor break. It looks like defense down minus 30%. Very cool. And you can see some of the passives. What was this one's passive? Okay. Interesting. So the last thing I would mention is that there's actually an auto ability, which is phenomenal. Especially with how grindy this game would appear, this is a very, very nice feature. So we're going to go ahead and click that. And it looks like it prioritizes what would do the most damage, I guess. I don't know what the checkbox is me at the bottom. When I was playing earlier, it didn't do that. And then we won. So from that, yeah, I'm going to skip all the reading. Not for me. So you get some experience both for your heroes and for yourself. This is what like your rank is as a summoner, hero, master, whatever you want to call yourself. But you also net experience to each of your characters, which is really cool. And then of course you get loot. And then of course, so this is how you can see like where you are in the progression of the map. So very cool. So you start at 1, you work your way around. We did 1-5. I guess this was a different outcome, maybe? I don't know what this represents either, though. Interesting. So then if you wanted to go back, you can. And then you can do see what your bonuses are if you wanted any. Oh, so this is like their battle pass, if you will. So you get plus 20% experience from battle or plus 20% gold from battle. I'm assuming you can probably purchase both because they do different things, which is interesting. So again, it's very free to play. Ace as a whole, it seems to be very free to play, very user friendly, a lot to do, a lot to unpack, which I like a lot. That's really good in any game, allowing people the flexibility to do what they want, when they want, and having PvE and PvP that is farmable to what seems to be almost endless. I mean, that's what I'm assuming the dungeons would be. And then they can just go up from there, truthfully. I mean, there's really, the sky's the limit for these style of games. I always personally like games that focus on PvE first because that's an element that I don't need to wait for someone else. I have a rough schedule, so I can't always play with other people, but if I wanted to have that community side when I do have time, I can join a guild, which is perfect. So all in all, I like this game a lot. This is a great mobile game, and I would highly recommend it. So again, this game is called Awaken Chaos Era, or ACE for short. Very, very nice. And it plays perfectly, obviously, on LDPlayer, which you should download it in the link below. And until next time, lock it in.